You don't belong in a box. Outside is your natural habitat. You are a descendant of hunter-gatherers, human ancestors that lived in the wild, whose shelters were extensions of the natural world, rather than a separation from it. You are also likely a descendant of the Neolithic people who began feeling a sense of ownership over parcels of land, putting up fence lines and permanent structures to cultivate the land. Despite these barriers they created between them and the natural world, they still spent a lot of time outside tending crops. But gradually, over thousands of years since the agricultural revolution, humans have enclosed themselves off from the wild, to the point where the average American now spends 90% of their time indoors, essentially living in a large box. But what makes you different from your hunter-gatherer ancestor, whose natural habitat was the wild? Well, the answer is, from a physiological standpoint, nothing. We still have bodies and brains still mostly adapted to a hunter-gatherer way of life. It follows then that your natural habitat is the wild too, and that going from building to building every day is comparable to a wild animal moving from one restrictive zoo enclosure to another. Outside is your natural habitat. The light at solar noon is roughly 1,000 times brighter than a typical indoor setting. Being outside during the brightest parts of the day improves your circadian rhythm, leading to restful sleep. It's no wonder you feel sluggish being indoors all the time. Your skin craves the feeling of the sun's rays. May you step out into the light of the sun to feel its warmth and energy at various times during the day. The air outside in places where plant life is abundant is fresh, much more so than indoor settings, which are often off-gassing volatile organic compounds harmful to human health. From the building materials we use to the way our homes are furnished, it's hard to be rid of them. May you walk amongst plant life, trees that tower over you, breathing in deeply the phytoncides or the wood essential oils that invigorate your senses. You find the sounds of nature soothing, the sound of running water, the wind through the trees, and the birds singing. It has been suggested that hearing birds improves mental well-being, even hours beyond the encounter. As one study puts it, attending to softly fascinating stimuli such as birdsong not only requires little effort but also leaves mental space for reflection. May you hear the water, the wind, and the birds in places uninterrupted by the noise of industrial modern living, to give your mind the space to observe, wander, and reflect. Your brain finds the fractals in nature endlessly more interesting to look at than the harsh 90-degree angles of indoor settings. May your eyes delight in the organic shapes and curves of the natural world. Your eyes can also see up to 3 miles in front of you, which undoubtedly helped your hunter-gatherer ancestors travel long distances on foot and search for food. Now we spend more time looking at a screen a few inches from our face. Your eyes long to look out far in front of you. May you take in vistas as far as the eye can see and feel the grandeur of the earth. There is a healing energy from the earth that flows into your body when you make direct contact with it. Free electrons that help prevent oxidative damage to the body. May you shed the layers preventing you from being in contact with the earth, allowing this connection with nature to become physical. May you let the earth hold you skin to skin. While it is easy to contract illness being indoors with lots of people, being outside and making contact with the earth can support the immune system. Digging in the dirt stirs up microbes in the soil, which not only boosts your immune system, but can help stimulate serotonin production, making you feel relaxed and happier. May you let the earth support your health. Your body longs to move, and you were born to walk. Outside, your body can move freely. It is only as we have put up fences and divided up land amongst ourselves that we have increasingly boxed ourselves in. But you are a descendant of nomads. You have a natural desire to move and wander. May you find places that have not yet been enclosed by fences or property lines, places where you can stroll around for hours at a time and feel like a hobbit going on an adventure. Outside is your natural habitat. May you live in it as much as you possibly can.
Thank you so very much for watching. If you're new here, my name is Carolyn, and my channel is all about reconnecting to nature as a species for human health and the health of the planet. In today's world, it can be really easy to forget to prioritize time outside, which is really unfortunate because exposure to the elements, being outside is super important for optimal human health. So I'd love to hear from you in the comments, which one do you feel like you need more of in your life, whether it be exposure to sunlight, whether it be grounding and being in contact with the earth, or listening to birds and just the sounds of nature? Which one do you feel like you could use more of in your life? I would love to hear from you. And maybe in the comments you can make a goal, a commitment to yourself to make it happen this week, to just be outside and live in your natural habitat more often. For myself, I think I definitely don't have very much exposure to being in contact with the earth, and so that is something that I would like to do more of. Thanks again for watching. Bye.